Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video from TNC Toy Tractors. Today I have for you the Speccast Challenger 560E. Was built from 2015 to 2022. It is powered by an Agco Power 98 ATI 7-cylinder and is rated at 460 horsepower with a max horsepower rating of 490. It is powered by a 598 cubic inch, 9.8 liter Tier 4 engine, has a 22.5 gallon hydraulic system fluid tank, has a 230 gallon diesel fuel tank, has a electro-hydraulic feeder control, a 55.5 inch housing width, a 31.5 inch rotor diameter, and a 140 inch rotor length. Has a rotary separator, has 3,410 square inch of separating area, 2,108 square inches of discharge gray area, has 3,875 square inches of total sieve area, has 4,588 square inches of chaffer area, and has 3 cleaning stages. Has 992 square inches of cleaning area, has a transverse cleaning fan of 330 millimeters, has a 350 bushel grain bin, a 15 inch unloading auger, and unloads at 4.1 bushels per second. Has a 14.3 foot unloading discharge height, and a 2-speed hydrostatic transmission, and a 2-speed straw chopper hydraulic chaff spreader optional. For those that don't know, the 560E and the Massey Ferguson 9565 are the same combine. Just different color paint pretty much. So I got this. I am blessed. I want to spend a few minutes talking about somebody. A great friend of mine, a great person I've come to know, him and his wife. A person who I am just absolutely blessed to have come to know in this hobby, and his name is Kevin Tolka. You will hear that name a lot as I try and do as much business as I can with him now. He is a small business. He is a business just right down the road from me pretty much. His wife, Amy, is as sweet as can be. I think some people may say differently, but I think she's an absolute sweetheart. My son loves her. My wife loves her. They've become quite good friends. I know Kevin is just, anytime you see him, you can always stop and he will go out of his way to talk to you. If there's something that you're trying to find, man, he will help you find it. Case in point, my friend Mason and Mason was looking for the 540E. I was looking for the 560E. These combines have become like hen's teeth. They have, for some reason or another, become pretty near impossible to find. Why? We don't know. They were not top sellers, but I feel like they were probably well produced. You would think that they would made a fair bit amount of them, but for some reason we just never see these for sale. Whenever I did my review of the 540E, whenever I bought it, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have bought the 560E that was sitting with it. The 560E and the 540E were both for sale from the same person. I don't remember who I bought it from, but I remember that they were both sitting there, and I chose the 540E for whatever reason. But Kevin seen this tractor and remembered my friend Mason and I were both looking for the 540 and the 560. Kevin seen both of them at the National Farm Toy Show up in Iowa. And immediately texted me, said, "Hey, I found these. Still want them." Well, it had been months since we had said anything to him about these combines. It had been a handful of months, I believe. And he had remembered that we'd wanted these. And we were like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And so he picked them up, and we went to his store in Odin, Illinois, which is just up the road from me a little ways, and picked them up. And he didn't charge us no extra, no nothing, which we ended up buying some other toys while we were there at his store. So, you know, that's just the kind of people that him and his wife are. You know, they try and do everything they can to help you out. They are just so incredibly good people. So if you're in the Odin area, check out their little store, you know, or if you're on Facebook, they're on there, you know, Kevin's Farm Toys. Check them out, you know. So they're just incredibly good people. I can't say enough good stuff about them. They're so nice. And the fact that, you know, several months went by and he thought of me and my friend Mason still and grabbed us these combines meant the world to me, and meant the world to my friend Mason too. So I'm going to get into it here. Going to take a look at the combine inside the box, and then I'll get it out. We'll go over it and talk about it and whatnot. So, and we'll go from there. So, like I said, this is made by Speccast. This one appears to just have the corn head in here, which doesn't make sense that the 540E would have both the corn and the grain head in it, but the 560 would not. So if you happen to see these, be advised, these are fetching well over $100 now. So, and if you do see them and you collect combines or anything Agco, pick it up, because like I said, these do not come up for sale very often. You have a very neat picture here of one harvesting. And then you have that same image here. Pretty neat. You know, you could display this in the box if you wanted to. I like to display most things out of the box, with the exception of a few things. So, then you got your normal stuff here from Speccast and Agco. So, we're going to get this out of the box and go over it. Okay, so now we have the 560 out of the package. I didn't attach the corn head to it just yet, so we could show all the details of the combine and the feeder house and everything. So, nice bright paint, nice clear decals, nice decal work here. I believe I'm not the first person to do a review on this. I believe my good friend For the Love of Tractors has one and has done a review on one. And Toy Tractor Times, whenever these first come out, this and the 9565 Massey talked about these. So nice big old duals on the front here. You got nice detail here on the ladder, or well, kind of detail, and then you got all the grab handles and stuff. One thing I always like about Speccast is their flashers that they put here on top of the mirrors and stuff, and then you got your mirrors here and here. Some detail here in the grain bin. Maybe one of these days one of the manufacturers will figure it out. It'd be neat if these folded and then opened back up, but nonetheless pretty neat. It would be neat if they would, one complaint I have is they never use like the more accurate real kind of rear wheels and tires, you know. You always see these combines with a little bit bigger wheels and tires, especially, you know, these being four-wheel drive. So, but the front wheels and tires pretty neat. Nice, like I said, nice big duals here. You do get some cab detail in there. You get the like a jump seat or the passenger seat or whatever you want to call it. And you do see some of the operator controls there, the steering wheel. Not a whole lot of detail, but there is some in there. You can see those nice big old flashers there, and then you got your GPS module here on top of the cab. I know because it's black, it's hard to see. There is some detail inside the grain bin there. Trying to get it to where you can see, but and then you got your details back here. You got your exhaust where the motor comes out, you know. And then you got all your railings. I want to do a test. This is something I want to start doing on every combine review I do. You got to see if the auger clears a grain cart, and thankfully this one does without any problems. So it passes the grain cart test. And you got some detail here on the bottom. You know, you got your chaff spreader there. You got your feeder house here. Not a whole lot of detail there. You know, nice model all in all. Like I said, these are getting really hard to find though. So, not going to find a whole lot of detail on this corn head, but there is some. You know, you're going to have, these are supposed to be, well, these are supposed to be like your, I guess almost like your PTO shafts, what's kind of supposed to look like, I don't know. But no detail there, but this yellow paint is really nice and bright. You can see that it really pops. Nice decals here on the side. And just a nice header. Of course, you know, just like anything else, pops on there. Like that. You see your feeder house does have movement. You know, on your auger here, unloading auger, what's neat is you get this little door here, excuse me, that opens and closes, pretty neat, and you can see there. All in all, this is a really neat, you know, combine, I think. You know, I believe it was Speccast was the reason, you know, Ertl had to start stepping up their game with some of their combines, especially like their authentic line, you know. Speccast does a really good job with the detail, you know. Yeah, are they perfect? No. Is there things they can improve on? Yeah, but all in all, they are nice, you know. At the time, this was probably a $40, $45 combine, which for the money was probably pretty good, maybe even $50. So, But pretty sharp tractor if you ask me, you know. And you got your flashers back here on the back. Forgot to add here, you know. So, but that's all I have for today as far as this combine goes. Pretty sharp combine. Again, thanks to Kevin Tolka. Check him out. Like I said, they're just such good people again. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoy making it for you guys. You're probably going to see this combine in the very next video I make. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back and see us soon. Keep your furrow straight, and we will see you soon.